shores of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium, home of the Volunteers. As we'll see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Tennessee Volunteers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Volunteers' long wait is coming to an end as they'll put a foot to it and the season will get underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So UCF's offense will have first crack at this one. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field. You can't place a premium high enough on a guy that knows the system inside and out.
You're right, and tell you, it was a great day for this offense when he decided to come back for a senior year, too. There were a lot of people that thought he might declare for the NFL. They weren't sure if they were going to lose him to the portal or not. He decided to come back. He believes this offense can do something special, and if they're going to do that, he's obviously going to have a big year.
Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. The only important expectations are the ones inside the program, but when you start the season on the outside of the rankings looking in, it can give you a little bit of an edge, can't it?
Yeah, they want to prove to everybody they should have been ranked coming into this year. These players are angry. They feel...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
All defenses talk about it. Sacks, tackles for loss, affecting the quarterback the best way you can. The first drive of the game, already getting home. Nice start for this defense.
The Knights will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Fields the punt and looking for daylight. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. So Tennessee's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. We've seen freshmen step into the running back position with big expectations many times. David Herschel Walker, Adrian Peterson among others, and they hope that they found a guy like that here.
Well, and he's highly touted. He's got the skill set, obviously, highly recruited. Everybody talked about him. But this is a different animal, Palmer. Like when you come into this atmosphere.
Into the secondary on the right. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Tennessee. They draw first blood, and that is exactly what you want to open the season with a drive like that. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They went 3 and out on their first possession. Now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. All right, guys, let's talk a little UCF. At some point, with all of the transfer portal talk and guys going in and out, you can score one for continuity with this ball club, can't you, Dave?
That means your system and your culture is working. Because these guys so often are just going for the next opportunity, the next bag of money. Nice job. They kept their guys that they recruited, that they love.
Yeah, it sounds so cliche, but these players really have bought in to this coaching staff and the message and what they're preaching. They all believe they could do something very special this season.
All right, defense, that's what we can't do. We can't give up this many chunk yards on the ground. Got to commit more guys to the line of scrimmage. Got to get those running backs on the ground. That's way too easy.
They'll go to the ground. Slithers into space. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in beyond midfield. It's down at the 48. Let's take just a minute here and talk about UCF. They've done a really good job in high school recruiting just last week, a commitment from a big-time four-star defensive back. David, what does a commitment like that do for the program?
I mean, so exciting. Like, once you start creating momentum and recruiting, it's really fun to watch it. And getting a guy like that in the back end, in the secondary, that's so important to your defense, man, does it get you excited. And other guys now say, hey, I'm not going to go play with that cat.
Looking downfield, it's Dyer. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
This defense has the ability to get pressure on the QB from the edge, and that don't necessarily mean from defensive ends, but from the outside linebackers. These guys get in their sprinter stances, and they come off the ball. That outside linebacker showed you his speed right there.
The Knights line up to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Pocket breaking down. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
And the Vols with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. He's here, put it on the tight end's body, Jesse, but with this guy, you don't have to all the time.
No, he's got long arms, Reese, and he's athletic. I mean, this guy can jump. He can go vertical. He can go horizontal. And that, my friend, was a stab. That was incredible.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on third. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains and they'll mark it at the 44. And the Volunteers come to the line with a new set of downs. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. He's moving out of the pocket. Oh, he's got a chance. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
They'll run it. There he goes. They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down. It is a maxim of Tennessee football that you must be physical.
physical. It's this kind of people they are, right? Tennessee people are physical. They want to do the dirty work. They're willing to do the dirty work, and you love it when your team has a bunch of grinders, a bunch of physical guys, a bunch of blue-collar guys that want to work.
The Vols are flying down the field.
Get set, get set.
Looking downfield on first down. It's complete to the left. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
The Volunteers have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Bought a little time, lets it go. Finds his big tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. Really good job when this play went off script, and that's the job of a tight end. Find the soft spot and stay in the quarterback's field of vision.
Yeah, and it's just frustrating to play this kind of style of quarterback. That's always going to extend the play, make it harder on you as a defense. You got to guard longer in the back end, and just did a nice job getting outside the pocket and getting it to the big fella at tight end.
Touchdown ball! Grabbed in the end zone and put 6 on the board.
Half, you've got to be excited about what you've seen from this offense. Really nice rhythm. Quarterback's got great command on the field with respect to what they're trying to do, and they've got some weapons. I can't wait to see what this offense does this year.
That's the end of the quarter, and Tennessee has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. See if they can answer this early blitz here in the second quarter. Kicker has everything lined up and about set to get this one underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Paula, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely
and that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Looking deep down the right side. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Knights will line up to punt it away. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. So here is the Tennessee offense. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? After the incompletion, back to the passing game. Fires to the tight end.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping 3rd downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Here comes the heat. They're working that left side. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He's Dragged down to the ground, but what a play there. Scoops up the loose football and moves the chains.
Defensive coordinators always preach swatting and batting at the football and trying to punch it out, trying to dislodge the ball from the ball carrier, and boy, they did it right there.
The UCF offense back on the field. We've got a timeout here as this coach is challenging the call. He wants to give the replay booth the chance to have another look. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Under fire. He's got his man. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Volunteers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. They go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. The Vols come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on 3rd down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the incompletion. 4th down, baby.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Caught close to the marker, it's Smith. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. The Volunteers are on the move. This time they'll go to the running game. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those...
Touchdown, Volunteer! A great catch and run for 6.
All you can say is how impressive has this team been at home today in all 3 facets of the game. Their defense has been outstanding. We've seen some plays in special teams, and the offense continues to deliver, showing off all of the playmakers and all of the versatility they have on that side of the football. This could not be better here in the 1st half of the home team.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. SMU is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in Dallas, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 4 over Nevada. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Handoff to the single running back. Picks up the 1st down, still moving. At the 45 on its way. He has 60 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive 1st half here in this season opener.
And how about the running back, man? Rips off a big play. This offense creates some momentum, and what do? They keep their foot on the gas, right back on the football to try to keep this offense rolling.
And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll move the wide receiver. Trying to get outside on the jet sweep. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Now facing a 3rd and long. pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Power football with the run. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Pulls it on the bootleg fake. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quickly complete. They stop him just short of the 1st down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. And the Vols come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. He leaves it with the back. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
It's so nice as an offense to know you can generate explosive plays by handing the football off to this guy. He has got incredible speed.
And the Volunteers will snap it on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on 1st down. Got the quick pass. Ripping off the huge gain down to the 17-yard line.
Man, this quarterback is having himself a day. Over 200 yards in the first half. It was hard enough for Palmer to get over 200 in a game, more or less in a first half.
From the 17-yard line, it's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Leaves it with the back. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Tennessee!
And this crowd was already jacked up. They were already excited. They were already making a difference in this football game, and the offense continues to pile on and give them something to cheer about. 27-0 here in the first half. This has been all home team.
And the extra point makes it 28-0. They marched 78 yards down the field, and it was capped off with the 8-yard run. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. These guys have taken some body blows in the first half, but now a chance to do something to feel a little better going into halftime.
Brees, they got to respond now. They got to put points on the board right here, cut into this deficit, and create a little bit of momentum because this one's going to get out of hand otherwise.
Yeah, there are a lot of offenses out there that might just say, okay, let's just regroup and figure it out. This offense doesn't have time. They've got to be aggressive. They've got to throw it downfield. They've got to score points.
Wow, this offense is doing nothing. They've already punted 4 times and staring at the possibility. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it for a big play. He just brought some serious energy making that huge play and getting it all the way down to the 23-yard line. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving, it's 1st and 10. Trying to set up the screen. And that one looked great on the grease board, but when they blow it up like that, the defense is going to win every time.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
Back to throw, it's Dyer. Pressure coming. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And this defense, they were ready for that 3rd down. That you could tell they smelt the option coming. Did a great job. Aggressive. Downhill. Went and got it. Got the tackle for a loss. Forcing the 4th down.
Referee signals timeout. It's the defense wanting to make sure that they have everything just right with a big play coming. Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. Absolutely center cut.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
So they get the field goal, now about to kick it away, and you get a stop here, and you go to halftime feeling really good about things. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a 1st down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a 1st down. If I get it, then it's pedal to the metal. I'm in that 2-minute mode and try to score a touchdown or get a field goal.
But I do think this is a situation where you also have to understand that I have the lead going into the half. I've got the momentum, so don't do anything stupid here.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rushes on him. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
This QB has been so comfortable all day long. Obviously having a ton of success. You've got to affect him. You got to put some hits on him, those body blows, so you can make him wear out and physically feel you. This is the first time really getting to him. This defense needed this bad.
He's taking the shot. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this 1st half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
The Vols come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Finds his back in the middle. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. What a job to lay out and make the catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Looking to throw. He's got it on the move. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown ball.
Now, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Bringing it out. They make the stop on the return, and that is priority one. You don't want some big return to give up a cheap touchdown on the final play of the half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
All right, guys, a delightful start to things in Knoxville here today. And there's no more fitting place to begin than with this stud receiver and how he's dominated the first half. Some guys have the ability to elude and evade. This young man is a true three-level threat. Short passes, the intermediate game, and in the deep ball, he is a problem. And I don't think this defense has the solution. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas amidst the smoggy smoke there in Rocky Top.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Knights will kick it off to start the second half. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Let's see if they can keep that first half momentum rolling. Wants to go up top on first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Quickly out to the tight end. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
A lot of smiles right now in this offense. They've got a big lead. They're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Give to the single back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
And if this defense... get back in the football game, they've got to match the physicality of this offense, and that's a great start here in the second half. Like coming out, not letting them run the football, being the more physical and more aggressive team.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. Oh, he's got some space. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. This offense had so much success in that first half, so in the third quarter, they come out, and the quarterback looks like he's still dealing. This has been a really nice drive. That was a really nice throw. Just keep doing what you're doing if you're on offense.
Here's the handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else would be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in this second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offense.
Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28.
And I think that time he was trusting his pocket awareness and his arm a little bit too much. You've got to remember, you're one of the best athletes in the country playing the position. If you see a crease, you've just got to take off and get it.
The Volunteers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the heat. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
This is going to be a key that we look at this entire game. How can this defense find ways to affect this quarterback and get pressure on him? Because they felt coming into the game, if they could do that, they could affect him and influence this passing game.
Quarterback extends the play. Working on the right. They stop him short, and we'll have a big fourth down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. So the offense is going to go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep this drive alive. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal.
Fourth and short, a lot of times you know what's coming. I know what's coming. Who's going to be more physical? They give it to the running back. O-line does their job. Nice pickup on fourth and short.
Keeping it on the ground on first and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Volunteers!
And add it on again. This offense has done whatever they want, however they want, and this lead has ballooned. When you start a season off, you want to build momentum. You want to defeat an opponent and beat them badly. That's exactly what they've done. This team looks ready to compete for a national championship.
And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
A lot of eyeballs on your game, guys, and a few on this interesting matchup as well. Old Dominion is in front. They've controlled the line of scrimmage today, but they still have some work to do to put this in the win column. They're up by 4 over Virginia. We've got our eye on things here and everything else going on right now, and any updates, you'll see them here, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? Back to throw, it's Dyer. Just a short pass to the tight end. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Nice quick throw there, and it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw, and you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Nice move to keep running. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Surging forward on the sneak. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The Knights will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Yet another punt on the way. Got to make sure that hamstring stays loose. He's been busy. returns like that are why you don't settle for the fair catch if you don't have to. Picks up just a little bit of yards to help out the O. So here is the Tennessee offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Going with the ground game left. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
The give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Well, this running back has had a pretty good day so far in this game, and I think the key right now is for the defense to find a way to slow him down. He had a good run 2 plays ago. The defense gets the TFL on this one. I think you got to change up your fronts defensively and try to give this offensive line different alignment looks to see if they can confuse him.
These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the third quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Trying to barrel in. Touchdown, Tennessee. They punctuate the chant with a trip to the end zone. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Last time they had it, didn't pick up a first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job, man. You got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Unleashes it on the run. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. The Knights will snap it on 1st and 10.
Get ready. Set.
We've come to the end of the period, and Tennessee leads it. And it hasn't been much of a contest as we take a look at the overwhelming game stats through 3. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. He's got the tight end.
As a tight end, if you're going to be good in the passing game, you've got to be able to feel the windows when defenses play zone coverage. He did a really good job of that right there. He didn't rush. He didn't hurry. He took his time, found the soft spot, and gave his quarterback an easy place to throw the football.
They'll try the run. He breaks a tackle. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
That's a backbreaker if you're the offensive coordinator, because on first down, you ran the ball, had a really nice gain. Short yardage situation, you just get completely blown up, and now you're having to probably dial up the throw on third down. You need more consistency from the guys up front.
And I think this offense ran the football knowing it's in fourth down territory. It's fourth and short. It's go time, almost near midfield. To me, this is green light. I got to stay aggressive. I'm losing, but the situation favors me in fourth and short.
The punt goes out of bounds, and a nice job to get them backed up. I think they'll spot it right around the 15. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Wants to throw on first down. Finds his tight end. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
That's just a very easy, comfortable throw for the quarterback. He knows he has his big target, the tight end, running across the field on the drag. Nice play.
Got the back over the middle. Brought down at the 27. It's a 5-yard pickup on the play.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy, that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Got enough for the first. There he goes. The 20. Touchdown ball. And they take it in for 6 more points.
Well, I think this home environment was just too much for their opponents to handle. There's been unbelievable noise and energy. The crowd showed up today, but how about the playmaking on the field? These guys have got dudes all over the field, and this kind of win week 1 sends a statement and reverberates all across college football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point was good. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And he capped it off with some swag and some speed with a 73-yarder for the score. From inside the 15, here's the return. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on the board here.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Throws to the tight end. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And how about this offense, man? It's been a rough day. You're getting beat down. You're trying to find some kind of momentum late in the game to build something off of, and you give up another sack.
The Knights decide to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect it.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. The short hands, it's Smith. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down. They didn't quite get that route run deep enough to pick up the first down. Now they've got a 4th and short.
And I think everybody at home tends to yell at their television set. Why aren't you getting past the first down marker? Why did you run your route short? Defense did a good job knowing where that was. But now, 4th down, offense has to make a decision.
Going for the marker on the ground. He didn't make it. They'll have to give up the football, and hope is still alive. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that?
Here we go.
Going right to work up top. That's caught. It's Robinson. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
This is no surprise to defenses anymore. Everybody throws wide receiver screens, and you could tell they were ready for it. They saw the quick game. They pounced on it, got the wide receiver on the ground. That's not the first time they've seen that route.
He'll take a deep shot here. Clock stops, and we've reached the 2-minute timeout. This offense looking for anything to cut into this big lead. Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. The corners are walked up tight. Fires to the wideout. Grabbed in the middle. It's Robinson. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. Wide receiver going in motion. To the air on first down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
Unleashes one deep. And good hands there by the defense on that shot to the end zone.
And that's just the kind of game it's been for this quarterback in this offense. You got a great game plan all week long. You're watching it throughout practice. You think you're going to have a chance to light up the scoreboard, but they're just not able to hook up. You got to give this defense a ton of credit. They've done a great job in coverage. They've been breaking on passes. They've had their number, and that's why they're leading by as much as they are.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down.
This offense has had some struggles early in this game so far. They're just trying to get something going, and so you take a shot. You try to find your best one-on-one matchup and see if they can make a play. The defense was ready for it. Good coverage on the back end. They look very prepared. All 11 guys on defense right now playing together as one.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game. Take the W into the locker room.
Looking to throw on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Intercepted, and finally, this defense makes a play.
Obviously, this game hasn't gone the way they would have liked, but coaches are always looking for positive moments and things that you can build on. How about that young man going out, getting an interception? Yeah, they're being blown out. They're probably not going to win this football game, but that is the type of play that as a coaching staff you can build on for next week's game.
And that's kind of what we've seen from this offense all game long, man. It's been hard. It's been a struggle, and receiver and quarterback just not on the same page. Somebody out wide needs to step up, needs to make some plays for their QB because they're in a huge hole, and they need some explosive passing plays.
And it's all about coachable moments, and obviously they have not had a ton of success throwing the ball in this game. But as a coach, I think you're just looking for positives, like that play right there, even late in the game, taking your steps, making the right read, an accurate throw, positive plays that you can build upon offensively for the next game.
Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop. And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Trying to burn this defensive back. They've avoided the interception all day, but they were lucky to get that one back here late. It'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Back to pass on second down. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
And this offense is going to have to find more explosive plays. And it can't just rely on the dink and dunk. It's going to have to find itself and score more points. Listen, they got beat up today. But moving on in the future, they've got some good pieces. They got to find a way to fit them together, create some explosive plays on this offense, because today they've been lacking.
Just inside the red zone. First and 10 from the 19. Looking to pass inside the red zone. Here's the pressure. Bought a little time, lets it go. Intercepted. Got room on the return. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. He's got enough for the first down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. The old coaching cliche, go 1-0 every week, and for the first week, they get it done.
That great start to the season. That's what you want. You want to come out, find a way to win. Was it perfect? Absolutely not. You're going to find things to work on throughout the season, but 1-0, that's where you want it to be.
And I think if you're the coaching staff of this winning team, you've got to like what you've just seen. First game of the year, there was tremendous effort on the field. Guys flying around, flying to the football, trying to make the plays necessary to win this game. They definitely made a few mistakes, but that's what practice is for. But if you're the coaching staff, I think you're very, very positive right now moving forward.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.